Right, yeah, I seem to be having a problem with this camera. It keeps cutting out for some reason. Right, HMS Hood is now finished. There are some alterations. I made a few alterations to it based on the HMS Hood website. The main ones being these funnels here. The two funnels, the rear funnel is, I think, large. I can't remember now, larger or smaller. So that needs altering. The funnel is the main one that needs altering. I've done that. You can buy resin funnels for it from scale warships. I've done that, and I've replaced both funnels with resin funnels, so they're both the correct size. The other bit that is out, the main bit, is the degaussing cable, which goes around this edge, goes around the top of the hull. I'll try and zoom into it later on in a minute. And that on the kit is just a, well, it's a raised ridge that goes around the top of the hull, so that can be taken off and replaced with photo etch, which I've done, as with the anchor furlings. Most of the other alterations are very subtle. There's little bits and bobs here and there, you know, areas that need altering, areas that need taking out, and like the front of the bridge there, or is it the rear, the stern of the shelter deck there, which is on the kit is round, but it was squared off, so that's been done. There's been little alterations made to various areas around here. They've all been added, either lowered or higher. There was some splinter shields which had gone in there, been taken off. They were taken off on the main kit, on the kit ship itself, so they've been taken off. I'm getting too close to the camera, unfortunately. So you can build this model straight out of the box. It would be absolutely brilliant. The rigging is based on the anatomy of a ship book, and I've not put all of it in. There could have been a lot more rigging, but it would have just been overpowering. The degaussing cable, as I was saying, is just, and the anchor furling there has been changed. Can't get too close with this camera, unfortunately. But this has taken just over a year to build, and I reckon of the 50 or so alterations made to the model, I reckon I've made about 30 to 40 on this model. I've added or taken off at least 30 to 40 different parts. I haven't added, I don't like the ladders which go up the side. I haven't added them. They just take away the sleekness of the hull. I did put the flag on originally, but it was huge, so I haven't bothered with that. This is a brilliant kit to build. You could just build it using the kit photo etch. There is plenty of photo etch in the kit itself. And you could build a really good model of the hood, depending on how much you know about the hood, history of the hood. You know that if you know its history, you'll know what's wrong with it. If you don't, then it won't really make much odds. And as I say, the two funnels are now the same size. I have to forgive this camera. It zooms in and out just so I know it's zoom, unfortunately. I'm trying to get too close to it to show you it properly. But it builds a nice model out of the box. I added you could buy the Pontos kit, and that supplies the resin funnel, by the way. But I've done it with the MK1 upgrade kit. So I've added an awful lot to this. There's so much photo etch on it, it's unreal. I'd have probably finished it in about 6 months if I hadn't added all the extra bits on it. You know, I've added the timber around the funnels there, as you can see. I've added little bits to the various areas here. All these splinter shields around the guns. these were areas that were either lowered or hired, so they've been added up. They've been made up based on the HMS Hood website. I've added all the bits and pieces around the funnels there for the stays and that. So all in all, it's made into I'm really pleased with it. I can't really recommend this model high enough. An absolutely brilliant model. And it's a pleasure to build. Buy the upgrade kits for it and you'll make an even better model. I've now got to be super duper careful because this will eventually, it won't go with the models here, it's going to go over that side of the wall, but I've got to buy a shelf. I've now got to very carefully unbolt that from this baseboard. This is going to be, I'll be very careful, make sure I don't drop this model now, I don't do anything untowards. But it's an excellent kit. I've now got the 200 scale Bismarck to build, and anybody who knows anything will know the history between the two. But I've also got the Prince, I think Eugene or Eugen or however they put it, I'm never sure how they pronounce that, and the Prince of Wales. I've got that to build as well. And I'll have the 4 that were in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. So now, 13 months of building, and she's done. And I'm quite pleased with it. That deck is so full of stuff. But this will now go with the rest of my kits, so all my models going around the room up. So they will all go. So this, as I say, I haven't got a shelf for it, so I'm going to have to buy a shelf. So I look forward to maybe doing some build logs, maybe the Prince Eugene if I feel like it, but certainly once I get to the Bismarck I'll do a build log of the Bismarck. I've already got a review of it on YouTube, so I hope you enjoyed this and looking at my model. That's absolutely brilliant, look. So much detail, it's unreal. I've added that to the top of the gun. That wasn't included in the kit, that's hand painted. And all in all, super duper pleased.